Hi, I'm Jen, and this is my verdict on the Saucony Xodus Ultra 2. So these are a trail shoe designed for running long distances with a focus specifically on running over the ultra distance. Now in terms of what's different compared to the previous iteration, the upper is now made of a lighter and more breathable mesh. There's been some air holes which have been integrated into the midfoot area to improve airflow and improve breathability. You've also got an updated ankle collar which is stiffer and a little bit more supportive, and there's also an extra eyelet which has been added here to help provide a more bespoke and lockdown fit. Apart from that, the midsole and the outsole are exactly the same as the previous iteration. So what did I think of the shoe? Well, actually, I would go as far as to say this is the comfiest trail shoe I have ever run in. And for me, that's because the cushioning is absolutely spot on. So you've got a dual compound foam, which is made up of Saucony's Power Run PB midsole foam, which is the same foam which is used in its really popular Endorphin range. And that's very kind of lightweight and responsive and bouncy. But then you've also got a firmer foam in the frame, and that's Saucony's Power Run foam. So that Power Run PB midsole foam makes these shoes feel really bouncy and light and energetic, but then that kind of firmer foam that you've got in the frame just gives them that little bit more sort of durability and stability which is needed when navigating kind of uneven and rugged trails. So you've also got a rock plate built into the midsole, and this offers protection from sharp roots and rocks and general kind of trail debris, and that's also quite flexible, and that really helps to make the shoe feel nice and agile and nimble on the run. So the shoe's lightweight also contributes to their nimble and agile feel. So in the women's model, these are 241 grams, which is pretty light for a trail shoe and just stops them feeling kind of heavy and cumbersome as some trail shoes sometimes can. So I've tested this shoe over various distances. I think the longest that I've ran in this shoe is around 10 miles. Granted, that's not your ultra distance, but what I did find was these were super comfortable to run in. I loved how kind of bouncy and lightweight and energetic the cushioning felt, but they also felt surprisingly stable as well. So while these are definitely a neutral shoe, they offer a surprisingly stable ride. And that's in part due to these sidewalls that you've got here on both sides, at the rear foot and the midfoot, which give you that nice bit of stability. You've also got a nice bit of structure in the heel counter, which is very stiff and stable, and also this kind of padded interior that you've got in the heel just contributes to that feeling of your ankle and Achilles being locked in place. The tongue is actually quite thin, but it has got a little bit of padding. I found it really comfortable. You've also got an extra elasticated layer here, and that just helps to keep any kind of trail debris out. So I've tested these on a pretty hot day on a long run in Epping Forest, and I found them super breathable. So the kind of mesh airy upper and these new ventilation holes obviously did their job quite well. So in terms of the grip then, you've got 4.5mm multi-directional lugs, and they're built into Saucony's PowerTrack rubber outsole. Now, apart from really thick mud, this works well on pretty much any trail terrain. So from kind of more rocky and mountainous terrain to hard-packed trails and soft parkland. Now, I didn't get the opportunity to try these in thick mud, but I did wear them during a very wet and boggy park run, and I found that the lugs clawed the ground really well. I had no issues with slippage, but they also held really firm on hard-packed trails. I've not really ran enough miles in the shoe to comment on the durability of the outsole, but after perhaps 60-70 miles of running, the outsole is showing no signs of wear and tear. So these are priced at £145, which is fairly expensive, but because they're such a versatile trail shoe, I'd say they are worth the money. So you can wear these for pretty much any trail terrain. So if you're after just one off-road shoe that you can use for all of your trail running needs, these are an excellent option. They also work really well running a range of distances and speed. So because of how cushioned they are and also how supportive and lightweight, they're ideal for traversing long distances, which is what the shoe is designed for. But because of how light and nimble they feel underfoot, they're also great for doing kind of shorter and faster efforts off-road.